and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Beatrice. I know that I haven't made a video in a while. I've been really busy with a lot of things around my home, so I'm back, and hopefully you guys will continue watching. Thank you for all my subscribers and those who have liked my videos. Today I'm going to make a stuffed chicken breast. I know this is somewhat similar to a video I've made in the past. It was for a crispy chicken breast made with Greek yogurt, but this time, instead of cutting into bite size, I'm gonna cook the entire chicken breast and stuff it with broccoli and cheese. So let's go ahead and get started. Here are my ingredients. I have 2 whole chicken breasts already cleaned. I have about a cup of low-fat Greek yogurt. This is about 1/3 of a cup or 3/4 of a cup of broccoli. I partially cooked my broccoli. I still want a little bite to it because if your broccoli is soggy, if your vegetables are soggy, you probably overcook them and you're probably losing most of the nutritional value. So I partially steamed them, so they're gonna cook the rest of the way in the oven. I'm also gonna stuff a second chicken breast with ham. You can use turkey if you want, but I'm gonna stuff it with mozzarella and ham. And here is my mozzarella cheese. I have about a cup here, and I have panko breadcrumbs. These are much crunchier than regular breadcrumbs, and I suggest that you use this instead if you want that crispy taste. Also, for my seasoning, I have Himalayan pink salt, turmeric, and paprika, and I also have cooking spray. And when I'm done, I'm going to place my chicken on a baking rack with parchment paper underneath. The reason for the parchment paper, nothing, it doesn't add anything to the flavor or anything like that, but it's just for easy cleanup. That's about it. I have my oven preheated at 375 degrees, and I guess that's it. So let's go ahead and get started. My chicken breast here, first I'm going to lightly season it, sprinkle it with paprika on both sides. I'm using these seasonings because the flavor together is so great, so wonderful. Let me come a little closer so you can see that. I love it. But you can always use whatever you like. And I have Himalayan pink salt. Himalayan pink salt, if you didn't know, has a great nutritional value instead of regular table salt or sea salt. I'm doing this so I wouldn't have to keep going and washing my hands back and forth after I touch the meat and having to touch everything else. So I'm gonna lay my first chicken breast down, and I'm gonna show you how to butterfly your chicken breast properly. All right, I have a really sharp chef's knife here, and when you're picking your chicken breast, you wanna find the thickest one, because you're gonna you see how on this side, you don't want to cut from here. You want to cut from the thickest part of the chicken breast. All right, so you're going to lay your chicken breast flat on the table, gently press your hand on top. Please be very careful when working with a sharp knife, and you are going to slowly come in a little closer, and you are going to gently cut and here we go. It's butterflied. Once it's butterflied, you're gonna come in again and just gently cut in some more. All right, and you don't want to go too deep because of course everything will fall out. Again, let me show you that one more time. Let me do that with my second chicken breast. Again, thickest part, this one is really big, so thickest part of the chicken breast, press flat, not too hard, because you just want it to bulge out a little bit, because if you try to do it with, like, you know, without your hand pressed on it, you're not really going anywhere. So I'm gonna press it flat, gently cut through, open it up, and continue to butterfly. All right. Once that's done, now we're ready to coat it in the Greek yogurt. All right, like I said, this is just non-fat, plain Greek yogurt. I already seasoned my chicken breast, and you want to coat it with the Greek yogurt, lightly coated. You just want to cover it enough so that the panko sticks, but you don't want a thick coat of Greek yogurt. This is just to keep the panko seasoning stuck onto it. All right, I have a nice coating. I'm gonna lay this here to my other chicken breast. And I suggest that you do this before you stuff with your vegetables or with your cheese, simply because you don't want the Greek yogurt inside of your chicken breast, and you don't want it touching the remainder of your ingredients. Now, once that's done, make sure it's completely done. Going to grab my cutting board again. I have my chicken breast. Dip it in the panko. Give it a quick shake. Flip. And that's it. Oh crap. Other one, some of the coating came off, so I'm just gonna flip it in here. Again, shake it. It's not that messy, and you just need one hand. Remember, always one hand wet, one hand dry, just in case you need to move around and touch things. You don't want to spread all that bacteria around your kitchen. All right, now that our chicken breasts have been coated, let me open it up. And first I'm gonna take a bit of cheese. This is low moisture skim, low moisture mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna add more cheese. I love mozzarella cheese. You can use mozzarella sticks, but they do take a longer time to melt, so I wouldn't really suggest using that. But if that's what you have on hand, that's what you have on hand, you know? I'm gonna take my other one. Now, since the one that I'm stuffing with the ham, what you're going to do, you're gonna put the cheese inside the ham, and you are going to roll it nice and neat. And I have 2 slices here that I was using. And once you have a nice little roll, you're gonna just tuck it in there and close it up. Now, I don't really use toothpicks to cover up to keep it closed, because honestly it's not going anywhere. I do have some empty spots, and when that happens, you can just take a dab of the Greek yogurt, place it where it needs to be, and then sprinkle more panko on top of it, and that's it. All right, now the reason why I'm using a baking rack instead of a baking dish, a shallow baking dish like this one here, is because I want the heat to completely go around the chicken breast so that you get a nice even crunchiness. Because if you put it in a clear baking dish, or any kind of baking dish whatsoever, the juices are going to run into it. It's going to get soggy at the bottom and may stick. So that's not what we want. We want a nice crispy chicken. All right. I have my cooking spray. I'm going to lightly coat that. That's it. Grab my chicken breast. And you're going to spray it lightly, and that's the only oil that's going to be used. I'm going to stick it in the oven at 375 degrees for about 50 to 55 minutes until the inside is cooked to about 165 degrees. All right, and then we'll be right back. I am back, and I've just taken my chicken breast out of the oven. I've let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. The reason why I've allowed it to rest is because, 1, to let it cool down so I can handle it, and 2, any meat that you're taking out of the oven or out from direct heat, you want to let it rest for a while, just so the juices can stay inside of the meat and it won't flow out on your plate, okay? So my chicken breast here, I can just easily pick it up. It didn't stick to my rack. And then I'm just gonna cut into this. First I'm gonna cut into the broccoli and cheese. All right, look at that. Nice and stuff. Let me go a little deeper. To show you how cheesy it is. Very nice. Just like the ones that you buy in the store, 2 for like $5. You just made it for a whole lot cheaper. And the one that I made stuffed with the ham and cheese. Look how nice and tight, and the cheese is just oozing out of it. Yeah. Let's go ahead and taste that. Give it a quick bite. It's nice and crunchy. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's nice and crunchy. Let's give it a taste. Very good. The chicken is really juicy and also crunchy on the outside. The paprika, I use turmeric and Himalayan pink salt. I'm sorry, to season the outside. Remember, it's just light Greek yogurt. I'm sorry, non-fat light Greek yogurt. To coat it with panko. I stuffed it with partially cooked broccoli. Like I said, you don't want to overcook it. And mozzarella cheese. And my second one, I just stuffed it with ham. You can use turkey if you want. And you can stuff it with basically anything you want to. But this is really good. You can side it with sweet mashed potatoes or cut mashed potatoes. The ham and cheese is really good. Very quick, simple dish. It took about 55 minutes to bake, which is fairly quick. And also depends on the size of your chicken breast. So please, please, please do not undercook your meat. Make sure it reaches a temperature of 165 degrees. And thank you so much for tuning in. I am Beatrice, and I hope you enjoyed my show. Please tune in again for more healthy meals.